Yo, what's good with y'all? It's your boy D. Yes, I'm back again with the video. I'm gonna be trying to daily upload for y'all boys at least until 2K25 comes out. But absolutely no problems. I love doing this, really. But with that being said, we will be reacting to a Brutal Sim video, who is another 2K outlet. He will be going on about what the gameplay director of 2K, Mike Wang, has said on Twitter. For some of y'all that don't know, Mike Wang comes out of his shell every year and just starts going crazy with the tweets and responding to the tweets of people asking questions about the game and the gameplay, along with some other 2K members like Wolf and Zach Timmerman and C Hoops and all of those people. But before we get into the video, man, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to comment down below what you would like to see in 2K25. And definitely do not forget to spread that positivity. Let's get into it.
So it started off with Mike Wang responding to this user who asked this question: how does the dunk meter work in 2K25? How do you time it for the upcoming game hashtag NBA 2K25? And he responds, there are 3 meters in NBA 2K25. The arrow, which is default, you want to release the button or the stick the moment the little arrow meets the big one. For the dial or the ring, the ideal time is to release it the moment those meters disappear. So that's how the meter system is going to be working in NBA 2K25. Now, the next user asks, any tips you can share about the new shot contest or new defense cutoff system for NBA 2K25. This year, you can hold the right stick in any direction to contest shots. Holding the right stick will also allow you to play vertical contest jumping contact in the paint. It is much easier to put a body on the shooter this year. If you want to avoid fouls, let go of the right stick. Now, next,
I don't like that. Here's the reason I don't like it, because if it's much easier to play defense than it is last year, you could have a 25 perimeter and play defense. You just couldn't get any steals. You know what I mean? Like, there was no contest on the perimeter, but if you're tall enough, people aren't going to try to shoot over you, right? If you're a 6'6" guard with no perimeter, people are not going to try to shoot over you. But I mean, they'll crab, or they're blinder shot you, but like, they're not going to try to shoot over you like Jason Tatum is over PJ Washington right now. But I'm I just don't like the sound of that unless it's done correctly. Like, if it's easier to bump if you have a high perimeter, right? It's not like you can have a low perimeter and still easily bump people. But it can't make offense completely trash either.
next user responding to that, can you clarify what you mean when you say avoid fouls by letting go with the right stick? I would think you would hold the right stick to get a good contest. The Mike Wang response said, I'm talking specifically about paint defense. If you hold the right stick, your player will sometimes jump to body bump the shooter and make the layup tougher, but there will be a chance for a foul. If you want 2K24's hands up, in that case, just let go with the right stick and you stay on the ground. Now, my biggest issue has not been paint defense,
right,
or hands up paint defense in NBA 2K24. I know people say that needs to be addressed and all that stuff, but I'm talking about the random launch that you used to give when you hold the right stick up on the perimeter. That needs to be fixed. It was annoying on the defensive end from my perspective. Now, I asked this question and I asked it in the Discord, and still no response in regard to that. They didn't say they addressed it or not. That's why I don't really fight up to ask too much questions. I don't think they respond to me, even if I'm asking the good questions, because they prefer to answer questions where people are asking, how does the shot meter work? Like, no, I need this issue to be fixed.
It's good information for
but
shot
that
meter.
random contest you used to get just by holding the right stick up to contest the shots on the perimeter, and that aggressive jump they're giving you, it was annoying, because a lot of times it will cause you to pick up fouls, or it will actually take you out of the play defensively and put your team at a disadvantage. But no response to that as yet. Hopefully they fixed it going forward. Let me know if y'all thoughts, and if y'all got that same issue, I suggest y'all spam up Mike Wang. What about that random launch you used to get from holding the right stick up in the perimeter defensive end? So that's what I'm worried about when it comes to defense on the perimeter especially. So let's continue on. He also tweeted this out. He said those collisions where blockers land on ball handlers trying to drive around the defender after a successful pump fake has also been dialed way back. So it's important not to jump around aimlessly on defense unless you want to give up easy baskets. Now, this is a situation where you get punished. Same thing I just spoke about. Just holding the right stick up will give you a random jump contest that you're not trying to do. But all you're trying to do is have a hand up on defense, and it gives you that. Now, this could cause.
So, and after this, I'll let him finish his thought. But if y'all don't know about 2K24 and even previous 2Ks, like, if you hold the right stick up, sometimes your dude will just like stand straight up, and it's easy to beat you. Or he'll stand straight up and the person will shoot or pump fake and then you'll get a foul. Or it's like so random that you can't control it. And it's like, they're like, why would you jump? They're like, I'm not jumping. Why would I jump? And the dude don't even have his dribble. You know what I mean? It's very inconsistent and it sucks really bad for that to happen. I'm not saying 2K is bad at it, but it's like, it's random. It's super random. And I'm sure they fixed it with them saying that they have a contest system of like holding it and stuff like that, which I like, especially in the paint. Like, I don't think paint defense was that bad. I think standing dunks was just super OP, so everybody just had them. But when it all said and done, when people used to pump fake and the person will get them in the air in the paint and you try to go up, you'll lose the ball. There's not really much of a foul being called. It's more like a turnover. It's like, how am I being punished for making the great basketball play, and that's not good. That seems to be a thing in 2K. So I will highly like hope that they really tune that to where, like, if you're in bad defensive position, then you get punished for it. And on the flip side, if you're doing something horrible on offense, you're gonna get punished for it. So there needs to be both sides to that coin.
Was a lot of issue, especially with the bigger courts now. So imagine you just putting your hands up and they give you a random jump and you jump past, and it's much more easier for him to just run around you and get an easy bucket.
That's
now.
True. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. So if they don't fix it, you're gonna have to leave hands up defense on the perimeter. Leave that right stick alone when it comes to it pushing up. Again, these are the small details I look at on the defensive, and I'm not saying it's gonna come back, but it seemed like it's already in there when it comes to the paint defense, where he said you will have to release that right stick if you want to stay on the ground. You can't even put it up just to keep your hands up. You got to release it and just stay in that position. That's the only way to stay on the ground. Imagine if that same thing was applied on the perimeter. Then you literally would have to not hold that right stick up, because remember, there's also a shot cancel in the game.
Oh yeah.
So imagine you have that shot cancel and somebody go up there with that fake, and as soon as you go contest, they just cancel it. Huge advantage for the offensive end, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm always worried about the defensive end because it's a part of the game.
He makes a good point on that too, because you got to think post scoring and just phase in general are pretty OP. I mean, they're OP in real life. If you can make the shot, then you're gonna be really, really good player. But like, sometimes that somebody's not gonna shoot the ball, and you just try to put a hand up, and like I said, you jump, which gives you the foul, or you just get beat, and it's just not fair to the person. So I hope they really took that out to where you get that random jump. Like, no, you shouldn't.
That I'm really passionate about. I know a lot of people don't care about it. Most of the times I see somebody have a problem with something I'm saying, is because I'm saying it on the defensive end, and that's a common theme in my comment section. But I'm worried about that random launch contest it was crazy in NBA 2K24. Let's continue with the info. He also posted tweet that random hashtag NBA 2K25 dribble tip. There are new controller settings called passive dribble hand switches. Enable allows the dribbler to play ambient crosses while standing still, waiting for the play to develop. Disable if you find yourself getting the wrong dribble moves to play. This is probably just a random animation just to fill time for your player not to look dumb as hell standing there. I will definitely take this off. I'd rather have total control over my player than 2K putting in a space filler within dribble combinations or while I'm waiting for a play or stuff like that. Right. So this is definitely one of those things. As soon as the game launches, I'm finding these settings. I will have to bookmark this, find the settings, and take this off. Now this is the next settings I feel like I will have to change when it comes to the controller settings. So one more note on the controls for NBA 2K25. By default, we made the right stick defense camera relative That means if you're playing 2K camera facing the camera, flicking the right stick to the right will steal with the left hand. We felt this was more intuitive for the new cutoff feature. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm changing that. I'm going back. I always
Same. 1,000,000,000% changing that joint. But I can see why some people will want that in the game. Simple fact is, if I'm facing the person on the defense is literally facing me. We're face to face. Ignore the ball handler. If I flick the right stick to the right, he's gonna reach with his right hand, which is what most people are gonna think. But it is, I can see how it'd be user friendly whenever you're flicking to the right stick and it's the right side of his body or just right side of your screen, which makes sense as well. So I can see how it goes both ways, but most people are gonna go back to what they're used to, which is flick the right stick, your right hand swipes. You know what I mean? So that's what people are used to. And yes, I'm taking it. I'm gonna take it off, and I might try it out, but there's a 99% chance that I'm gonna turn it off after probably like the couple days because it'll probably get a little too confusing, or maybe it'll peak. Anyways, I am with him, and I'm gonna have all my stuff on absolute. Forget camera relative.
put my controls on absolute. So no matter what direction I'm facing, it should be the same hand. And I will always put that defensive. So this is the next change. I feel I'm going in there and change outright. 2K think they know what works. Camera relative don't work for anything. I'm sorry. No. I prefer having one set thing so I don't have to recalibrate my mind too much based on the situation. Nah, I ain't going through all that. But that's all I got for y'all for the news. Again, my one thing is the hands up defense. I want to see more conversations being had about that if they address the biggest issues that we had in NBA 2K24. Especially, I'm tired of giving up 3 free throws to people who taking bad shots.
Yes,
exactly. I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay, I'm right there just putting the hands up, and then the game just making me do an aggressive jump and picking up fouls. I hate that. Or I hate that just because I'm playing good hands up defense, it give me a random jump and put me out of the play. So hopefully they fix that issue. Again, I'm excited for when the game drops. I know a lot of people won't. I know a lot of people upset out there that the game is about 2 weeks away from dropping. I am excited. I ain't gonna front. You want your boy to lie to you, or you want me to tell you all the truth? I can't wait for a new 2K. Just being honest. And we gonna figure out how things work and use it to the best of our ability. That's what we do here. Whenever the game.
So basically, that's just like his closing remarks. I'm with him. I'm excited for the new 2K. I'm really excited for it. A lot of y'all are like basically saying, why 2K must be paying y'all? And then, this happens every year. And I'm like, no, that's not it. It's cool to be excited about new stuff, even if it's minor to somebody else. But I understand how people can feel about 2K and why people get away from the 2K scene because they've made it. They don't need 2K or they don't want to play 2K, right? But at the same time, it's okay to be in the 2K community. Like, I don't understand why people get this notion that, just because, you fall victim to it every year doesn't mean you can't have high hopes for a game. And that's what a lot of people want for 2K because genuinely it's the only basketball game up to date, right? So I just don't think people are excited about the company itself, but like playing basketball, a new basketball game, new features. There's a lot of new stuff that's going into 2K25, which is why I'm excited. So, guys, do not buy the game because somebody else tell you to buy it. Also, don't buy because somebody told you don't buy it. Make your own conscious decision on will you play the game? Does any of these features intrigue you? Do they align with what you want to play on a daily basis, or at all? It's completely up to you. I'm excited. All you need to do is pre-order the base edition to get it early, so that's what I'm gonna do. And of course, buy the VC like every other year. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all for liking the video. I appreciate y'all for subscribing to your boy. Let's try to get to 300 likes by 300 subscribers by the end of the week, man. I would appreciate it if we could get there. Hey, if we even get to 500, I'll do 2 giveaways for 2K25. Type giveaway if you've made it this far into the video. And without further ado,